Okay, let's start the class. Today we will discuss about evolution of tourism. What do we mean by evolution of tourism? Can you see the board? Yes. Can you see the board? Yes. Can you see what is written there on the board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So evolution of tourism. We discussed the term evolution beforehand. What is evolution? Yes, evolution. What is evolution?
The changes with time.
Changes a special type of change. What we discussed earlier? Yes, Adiba? Change from within. Evolution is to evolve. To evolve from inside. Means the primary factors for this evolution, this development came from inside. It's not so that external factors were not important, but external factors were not that important as inside factors. The factors inside the industry, inside, were more important. So when we use the term evolve, means it developed from inside. So there is a globalized tourism system, a globalized system of tourism, a globalized system. Can any one of you describe what it looks like or what it is? Yes. What is a globalized system? Globalized system of tourism. What you understand by this phrase? Yes. Yes, Adil. What is a globalized system? Yes. Yes, Adiba. What is the globalized system of tourism? Any guesses? Any idea what is a globalized system? I am saying that system, we will take up the history and evolution, but first what is the state today? Yes, Adiba? Yes. Yes, Adiba. What is a globalized system? Rather a globalized system of tourism. Yes. Can you guess? I think you know, but you are not finding the words to describe it. Yes, Adil. What is the globalized system? Yes. What is the yes?
ग्लोबलाइज सिस्टम सर पूरी तरह से एक्सप्लेन तो नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, लेकिन मे बी शायद सोर्स ऑफ अर्निंग.
The system it is spread globally.
Yes, it is global. Yes, source of income. Yes, it is a global source of income. The situations are different in pandemic era, but before pandemic, the tourism industry was the fastest growing industry of the world. The tourism industry was the fastest growing economy. It was the fastest growing industry. The growth was phenomenal. Why? Because external factors are not that important. Internal factors are important. Because man has an innate desire to travel, to explore new places, to see new things, to explore new cultures. No man wants to be stationary. If he or she can afford to travel outside, then he or she will. We have an innate desire, inside desire innate desire to travel, to connect. No man, there is a phrase that no man is an island. Have you heard that term? Yes. Have you heard that term? It is said that no man is an island. We want to connect. We want to connect the people near us and the people far away from us. We want to explore new cultures. So, and there are other reasons we have discussed, that sometimes we want to get away, simply get away from our place. Sometimes we want to break the routine of our daily life, and so we go outside, we travel. There are many reasons we have discussed already, no need to discuss again in detail. So, how the tourism started? Can you guess? You must have read it somewhere or heard it somewhere in other connections. Yes. Yes. Have you heard about it? When it was started? What was the earliest empire? Yes, it was the earliest empire. Is anyone? Yes. What was the earliest empire? Yes. It was. Which was the earliest empire? Empire, you know?
Akkad.
Yes. Yes, Adiba?
Akkad, sir. Sir, Akkad.
Akkad, of course, yes.
I think.
Akkad was the earliest empire. But, so, Akkad was in, yes, in Sumeria, Babylonian people, Sumerian people. They were perhaps the earliest harbingers of civilization. Yes. So, what do you think? They traveled or not? They traveled to other places or not?
Yes, sir, they were traveled.
They travel. They taken travel. Because we can guess that they traveled extensively. Because that was the age of invention. We call it the age of invention. There were many interesting inventions in that period. And inventions and new things perhaps are not possible without traveling and exploring new ideas, new places. So, but what type of travel they took? Like us? Yes. What type of travel they took? In terms of distances, what type of travels they took? Yes. Yes. Yes, Yusra. They travel short distances or long distances? Yes, it's very easy. Yes, Khalil.
Distances,
Yes,
sir,
yes.
by walk करते थे.
Yes, Adiba.
सर बाय वॉक करते थे तो शायद शॉर्ट डिस्टेंसेस
They
ट्रेवल
were
करते
short distances, but because the empire was not very big, short distances. So travel started with short distances. Inside the empire, can anyone tell me what is the difference between empire and kingdom? Can anyone tell? Perhaps we have discussed it earlier. There is a basic difference between empire and kingdom. There are two terms. Yes, anyone? Because we have to understand it to guess the travel distances. Yes. Yes, Sami. What is the difference between empire and kingdom?
सर एम्पायर में सर बहुत सारे कंट्रीज आते हैं सर
Yes,
एक ही rule पे।
we will not
एक-
call them. Yes, you're right. But we will prefer to call them not countries, different people, different type of people. People.
कल्चर भी आएंगे सर उसमें।
Yes, because national boundaries were not clear then. National boundaries, states and nations are modern inventions. Then there were no national boundaries, at least no distinct national boundaries. So the Sumerian Empire was having different people, so they tried to explore each other's culture. So they took different cultures, and kingdom has almost same people. So it's not this matter of size, it is matter of different people or different nationalities, people speaking different languages, and people is having different cultures. Okay. So Akkad, Babylonians, Sumerians, they existed almost at the same era, and sometimes their kingdoms or their empires overlap. So they traveled to each other's to explore their culture, to meet people, to make new connections. So the travel started with short distances. And what was the mode? Yes, what was the mode? Yes, travel evolved and developed with the mode of transport. What was the mode? Can you guess? What was the mode in Sumerian civilization? What was the mode? Yes. Yes, it's very easy. Yes,
Sir,
if
cards.
yes.
Sir, cards.
No, cards were not properly utilized then. Yes, they
Animals.
they traveled by foot mainly. Yes, cart was invented some times afterward, but main travel were walking. They traveled short distance and they walked. Then after this empire, the travel got and tourism got fillip in time of Roman Empire. Have you heard about it? Roman Empire. Yes. In fact, travel has a strong connection with recreation. Travel and tourism have a strong connection with recreation. And Roman people were very fond of recreation. Isn't it? You must have heard. Can you give any example in support of that? Roman people were very fond of recreation. Yes. There was a cultural event in that time on which we can infer that they were very fond of recreation. Yes, one of the basic purpose of travel and tourism is recreation. Yes. In Roman times, they took around 6 days. That was the national holiday. All around the empire, that was a holiday. They stopped. They used to stop all work, and in their words, they wanted to make merry, to be happy. Events were taking place, gladiator fights were taking place, Romans started a very special thing. Have you heard about arena? Roman arena. Yes. Have you heard about Roman arena? Have anyone heard about arena? Yes. Have you heard about arena? No. Arena is a space, a place where the recreational activities takes place, and very intense recreational activity. Fights. You must have heard about gladiators. There is a movie, there is a very famous movie, Gladiator. So that was the fight, and it was not like that, not modern times. Sometimes their entertainment, their recreation was somewhat cruel. Have you heard about it? They were civilized people. They were perhaps the first civilization, first modern civilization, but sometimes their recreation was cruel, to the limit of cruelty. Okay, so they were very fond of recreation, and they wanted to be happy. Their aim in life was to be happy, not to be successful only. They wanted to be, that was the goal of Roman people. So, happy travel was started, and arenas were there. The people traveled to arenas from all over the empire to enjoy the activities taking place. 6 days were, actually these 6 days were stroke off from their calendars. कैलेंडर से ही हटा देते थे वो 6 दिन. Have you heard about it? Means we don't have to, nobody has to work in these 6 days. Only to make merry and to be happy, to entertain yourself. So happy travel, because Romans had a very special aim in life. We don't aim to be happy. We aim to be successful, presuming that after being successful we will be happy. Isn't it? Yes. But their aim was happiness. Their one aim was happiness. So they travel to all over the empire, and they in Roman Empire the travel and horses and other animals was popular. So mode of travel became faster. Mode of travel became faster now. Mode of travel has a very strong connection to development of tourism. Mode of travel became faster. And what does it mean? What is its implication? Yes, can you tell me? Yes, Adil. If your mode of transport is faster than before, if you have a fast mode of transport, then what its implication on tourism is? Yes. Yes.
So they travel through animals.
I am asking, what is the implication of faster mode of transport on tourism? क्या फर्क पड़ेगा टूरिज्म पर? Yes. Yes, इफ़त.
सर वक्त बचेगा.
वक्त बचेगा और देखिए वक्त की उन्हें इतनी ज़्यादा फिक्र नहीं थी जितनी आपको है.
और सर एरिया ज्यादा कवर होगा.
Yes, you will travel a longer distances. Longer distances than before. You will travel longer distances because you have a faster mode of transport. So the distances were increasingly bigger and bigger. Now what happened these days? What is the preferred destination? What is the preferred distance? Yes. We sometimes want to go on short travel. Short in the context of these times. Now 100 kilometers is a short distance. In Roman era, 100 kilometers was a long distance. We should be clear about it. It's not, because mode of transport are now very fast. We have aeroplanes, we have cars, we have bikes, we have trains. So 100 kilometers is a short distance, 100 to 100 kilometers is a short distance these days. Those days it was a huge distance. So we have to consider that when we talk about shorter and longer distances. But why we take small distances these days? Day trippers are there, beach holidays are there. Why we take short distances these days? Yes.
टाइम नहीं होता.
Yes, we are very, very busy these days. We are busy these days. Why we are busy? Yes, why we are busy these days?
Because we have lot of pressures.
We have lot of pressures of goals. We have become more ambitious. We have many goals, and one special thing in modern system has especially came in last some decades. We have larger goals, and yes, why we don't have time? Yes, we have larger goals, bigger goals. We have become more ambitious, and we have, yes, I think you know, but you are not spelling out. Yes, I think you know. Yes, we have more distractions. the abundance of distraction is a feature of modern society, modern technology. Huh? We have more distractions and more goals. But very special paradox. You know paradox? I think you know. So back to the history. So in Roman times, it was very customary to go on tour, and that carried to the classical times. You know classical times, I think I don't have to explain classical times. That carried to classical times. Many of the traditions of Roman times, Roman culture carried forward to the classical times. Can anyone tell me why it was so? Many of the Roman traditions, Roman culture, a big part of Roman culture was transferred to the classical times. Yes. Any guesses? Yes. Adil, any guesses?
No idea, sir.
Because actually Roman Empire collapsed. There are many theories why Roman Empire was very prosperous and very, actually it was the civilization in true terms as we know the civilization today. What we perceive the civilization today started in, our perception started in due to Roman perception. So it was prospering, it was growing to all over the world, but they conquered many lands. They had philosopher kings also, but it collapsed by its own weight. There are many theories, but perhaps most accepted theory is it collapsed by its own weight. So, but the idea remained. The empire collapsed, but the idea remained. Actually, London, which ruled the world afterwards in classical period and modern periods, was a Roman outpost. Was a Roman post. So they carried forward the Roman blueprint to the modern world. Actually, they carried forward the Roman culture. London was a Roman port. Still, there is a one very special thing happened in Roman times. They were fond of making roads. Have you heard about it? Have you heard the term all? And so much so that there was a phrase, all roads lead to Rome. Have you heard that term? That has many meanings. It highlights the importance of Rome, and it highlights the fact that they were very fond of making roads. Still, there is a road which crosses the UK. That is a Roman road. It still survives. It crisscrosses the United Kingdom. That is the Roman road. So, the Roman culture and Roman ideas were carried forward to the classical times. one more thing was added to the growth of tourism. The invention of stagecoach. Can you guess what a stagecoach is? The invention of a stagecoach is what is a stagecoach? Yes. In Hindi and Urdu, the counterpart of stagecoach is buggy. Have you heard about buggy?
Yes, sir.
The improvement, the advantage of buggy was that more people can travel by one horse or two horses. Are you getting my point? So
Yes, sir.
the travel became more efficient, right? The travel became more efficient by the invention of a stagecoach.